All right.
Hey, there we are. Welcome back, everybody.
How's
Yeah,
it going?
we're starting 40 seconds late, but we had to let the full intro sequence play out. I mean, like if you just abruptly cut from the music to us talking, that's just such a jarring transition. We
It
try to keep it smooth.
That's the exact word I had in my head was jarring. It's like I'm bobbing my head and all of a sudden it's like bam, silence and two goons staring at you.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Welcome.
So
It's Friday.
yeah, it's Friday. We're tuning in from a uncharacteristically warm, snowless Colorado. I don't know when the snow will ever come, but it's feeling like summer, so it's
I
it's
don't want to
nice.
complain, but 72 in mid-November does seem a little weird. You know what that makes me do? It makes me get scared because I believe in
Oh,
balance in this world, and I
oh.
believe that sooner or later we're going to pay for this 72-degree November. It's
Well,
coming.
I'm
It's
I know,
coming.
but hey, you would want a jarring, just from 72 to snow. I mean, we're trying
That's
to
what it
avoid that
does.
type.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right. Uh,
Awesome.
what are we doing today, Aaron?
So Justin, I think, actually had this idea to invite you, our audience, to share household items, and maybe we'll do some conceptual building massing based off those items. So I went up onto our forum. If you, Justin will drop if you're now aware of our forum, forums.sketchup.com, we'll throw a link into the chat. But we had a bunch of people put up a bunch of ideas. Some of them were really fun, cool ideas. Some of them were the Sydney Opera House. Um, that didn't make the
But
fun, cool idea list.
but not just the Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House made out of Lego.
Valid, yes.
Significantly more difficult, I'd say.
so, but designing a building off of a Lego version of a building seems like a bit of a cheat. So we're going back with some of the more uh, basic concept sheets here. So it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be good. I did want to say we don't have a whole lot of announcements again, I think, but you know what? Good job this week. I don't know if anybody's told you, but you've done a heck of a job. Keep it
Are you
up.
talking to me specifically or just
No, I was talking past you
oh
into the chat.
everybody? Okay.
Yeah,
So I've done a
everybody
bad job, but
else.
everybody else you're doing great.
We'll talk later. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, one of the things we try to do here is community, positive energy, uh, good stuff. We try to lift each other up here. So I don't know. Maybe you don't get that enough, but well done. Thanks for showing up too.
Yeah. Good job, everybody. Yeah, and I will just say, speaking of good stuff, what's fun about this topic specifically is we typically try to like post the forum earlier in the week, and so we've had all week for ideas to trickle through. And the fun part about my job is that I get to look at these forum posts and see, oh, there's a pineapple that just came in, or a set of binoculars, and I start to wonder, how is Aaron going to work with this? How is he going to deal with this? So kudos to you guys for putting some solid ideas in there. I think some of these might make Aaron's life a little bit hard, and I know that we love to watch him struggle. But I don't know, Aaron. What do you think?
I
I'm excited. Are you excited? Do you want to dive in?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, let's hop in. Let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
All right. So I do want to point out that my training was not necessarily in architecture. Um, I did a lot of design work, but never actually went to architecture school. Did a little art school thing, but not architecture specifically. Fortunately, Justin has more of a background in that sort of thing. So if I do something stupid and he doesn't catch me, it's on him for not
That's
catching me,
right.
not me for not knowing. So
That's right. Yes, this will be a 2-hour critique of your architectural knowledge. But yes, it is.
perfect.
It's not too late to drop ideas in the forum.
Great.
Yeah, we love to see it. Definitely let us know in the comments how we're doing. If you have any modeling ideas for Aaron or anything you'd like to see or questions. I mean, right off the bat, there is a weird looking thing right next to his keyboard, and that is a 3D mouse, which I'm sure we'll get a question later today. But yeah, we're looking forward to your engagement here.
This will be fun. It's be a good time. Yeah, so I'm gonna hop in with a couple of these that I have here. This one, the first one, is a little bit of a I'm gonna call it a nice. It's a snowball. It's or a softball or a lob. But yeah, let's look at this PlayStation.
Oh,
It
nice.
looks like a building already. That's why I say
I'd
that. I
say
mean, can you
that's a
can you
that's a high
even
rise I've seen before.
seriously like if I just kind of put it right there, done. What's next?
Done.
But no, let's do a quick model nonetheless. I think there's some accents on here we could pull up that would be pretty cool. Um, so I'm gonna just start modeling some stuff. I'm gonna start with a rectangle for this main section. I like to draw things on the ground. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody else is enjoys that as much as I do, but uh, I like sketching out. I think it's because again, talking about design work, I spent so much time, designing off of floor plans, and they were always on the ground. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think from the last couple live streams that I've co-hosted with you, I've definitely learned that there is real beauty in just like quickly sketching ideas, like with just raw geometry, moving pieces around, seeing how it fits way before you start getting into push-pull and dimensions and all these things. It's kind of nice to yeah, just draw a little bit, have fun.
well, I got some drift going on my 3D mouse. There we go. It went away.
Ooh,
All right. So here's what I was thinking of for like the preliminary. I think I love these rails here. So I got one, two, three, four, five, six pieces. That means five go in. So there's 11 points there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, grab this. I don't know if you saw that, but I grabbed this geometry and copied it here. So this and this are the same size. I'm gonna select this piece, right click, divide, and I wanna create 11 pieces. So I just start bouncing up like this. And then you can watch a couple things. There is a little message that pops up, but the cursor's covering up the important part. But if you look in the lower right corner, your segments actually tells you how many pieces there are too. There are there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 11 of them. So that gives me this. What I'm thinking of is making these basically square. So they go in as far as they are wide. To do that, I'm going to grab this first piece. I'm going to come in here, rotate it. I'm going to option rotate it 90 degrees. And then I'll grab it again, option rotate 90 degrees, and then I can just draw a line back.
oh yeah,
And now,
nice.
while it's still a closed shape like this, before I delete this piece off, I'm going to grab it, option, and this is still broken. If I was to go to my styles, this is something I never do. I don't know if you ever use endpoints, but if I turn to my endpoints, I could see here where that's broken.
You
So I'm
know,
going to
this is
jump.
the first instance ever where I feel like this is a good use case for endpoints. Yeah, I admittedly don't use them, but I need to.
I'm going to do drop that there. It's type 3x to get, oh, no, 4x total. There we go. So endpoints are interesting because if you use SketchUp a lot, I'm gonna say if you use it professionally where you're in there all the time, um, I think maybe you just kind of infer or know where those points are going to be. But there are situations where you might break something and forget that. Like that, really all I needed, if I had this dimension, if I knew what 1/11th of whatever this dimension is, I could have just drawn it, but I didn't, broke it. But yeah, occasionally those pieces, those endpoints are nice to have. So I'm going to leave it on just for a second while I copy this option to right here.
Oh,
It
nice.
breaks that too. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Cool. There we go. And at this point though, I got to turn them off because they harsh my mellow, man.
Yeah, let's get them out of there just as quick as they can.
That's right.
Um, have
Oh,
you
look at that.
ever did you have a PS2 back in the day? Because that's something that I never had in my childhood, and I'm kind of bummed.
I think I did. I'm trying to remember. I will admit, like, I spent many years spending. So here's the problem I had. I started working in a professional setting far too early and had like a decent passable income way too quickly. So there was a time where I owned like an Xbox, a PlayStation, and a Sega. Like I spent way too much money on those things. So yeah, probably did have a PlayStation 2 in the past. This is cool. This already, I mean, this is already speaking to me. I like this.
Yeah.
Um, I do want to make it a little more building feeling. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to come up to the top here. I'm going to offset this until it's just inside those pieces like that. There we go. I'm going to push this back down just to give me kind of a ceiling space there. The same thing here, but in this case, I don't actually want this or this, but I'll just take this and offset it the same amount. I'll push it down the same amount. Gives me that
Yeah,
same.
now it's definitely looking like a building. I mean, that's the quickest way to do that. Um, while you're adding roofs to things, I just want to call out the
Mhm.
fact that we have folks tuning in from the Philippines, from El Salvador, from the UK, all over the place. It's so cool to see how many people are spending their Friday mornings, afternoons, evenings with us. Yeah, it's awesome. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm blown away that we have people coming in all over the world, spending their evenings and weekend time, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wish I liked something as much as you guys like us.
Yeah.
That was a cry for help. Sorry.
All right, yeah. We'll take that offline.
All right, for real though. Let's there's a couple things, there's a couple details. I do want to put these triangles on. I think that's a
Mhm.
cool thing. I don't know what I'd love to hear from you. Like if this was a fairly big high-rise building, right? What would these represent? What would that be? Would that be like I don't know,
Oh,
something. Maybe we could put maybe it's an entrance into the parking garage.
I was gonna say it could definitely be an entrance, like with like a nice glass atrium, like
Ooh,
a nice
yeah.
lobby area.
I like it. I'm gonna while you guys I love to hear your ideas. While you do that, I'm gonna use see this little spot where we got these USB ports right here. I think that looks like a nice, kind of a grand entry kind of thing. So I'm gonna
Oh
come over
yeah.
here and draw a rectangle. One of the things I like doing, so when I draw a rectangle and I want it centered, I'll do one of two things. One is I'll sketch in something like this, and I'll grab this and go Option, copy it over here, and then I have a rectangle that I know is in the middle. The other thing, I'm going to get rid of that. The other thing I'll do is come in with a rectangle, and then I will draw it from the center right here, bring it up like that, and then just get rid of this down here. So one
Genius.
of the things I do a lot is I've talked about my mouse several times. I have programmable buttons on here, and these two little buttons right here are mapped to. Ooh, yeah, they're production
Whoa.
value. Hello. Oh, you can see how
Wow.
dirty and gross my mouse is.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
wipe that
let
thing
me
off.
let, let me do this. These two buttons are line and erase. So for me to like draw something real quick and then just hit my thumb on here and then erase the extra is a super fast workflow. So some people I don't like having to draw extra geometry because then I got to come up and I got to click on the erase button and then I got to come back down and erase it and then I got to come back up and go back into the. That's awesome. If that's you, I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing that. I'm just saying for me, this becomes much easier to just kind of go click back and forth and jump around like that. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And I will say that, that is one way of doing it. I also model everything that I do with just a trackpad on a laptop, which I'm very ashamed by. So there's a million ways to use SketchUp. You got to find what works for you.
Absolutely. That is 100% true. Um, and
Peggy
I
says
I would
that's why I
say,
have a black mouse.
yeah, I had a black mouse, and my problem with the black mouse is like I don't know this white's been much more durable. My black mouse chunks kept coming off of it. And I didn't like that very much. I'm gonna put a little bit of a vestibule here as well. So I'm gonna come up a little bit higher. And I'll do the same thing. I'll do another rectangle from the center. I'm going to inference the height over here. Just going to hover over here for a second. So when I come over here, I should just randomly click, apparently. All right, there we go. Center.
All right. Well, in theory,
This isn't
um,
centered. Why is that not centered? Oh, I must have some broken geometry. Oh, I do. All these are
oh
separate edges right
yeah.
now. All right. And instead, what I'll do then is I'll go to I'll draw it from the center again, but inference off of here, bring that down. And then we'll just draw it like that. And we'll push that in a little bit. Another entry. What did I do? Sometimes I amaze even myself. I don't know what happened right here. Let's fix this. I somehow just grabbed that geometry and I moved it up. Huh, that's fun. That's neat. Yeah, and this point here came up too. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have a couple entrances like that. I kind of feel like I need to put that same entrance right here, right? Right? That makes sense, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I should. All right, so I don't know if you guys have ever hit this. I have some fairly complex geometry here. It's actually, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but it is multiple pieces of geometry, and I want to get that over here. So how would I go about that? First thing I'm going to do is make sure I don't have too much extra geometry. I'm going to do that by swinging around and peeking my head inside.
Oh
If
man,
I come inside here,
there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
yeah, so I want to get rid of all these extra edges here. I don't want any of this stuff here. Shouldn't be here. I got a little lazy the way I put in that. But you know what? With massing model, I jumping through options quick is an important part of it.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I'm not going to
And one
apologize.
one really really nice thing about your 3D mouse is how like easily you can like orbit inside of geometry. I mean, if I tried to do
Absolutely,
that, I would be like, lost in another dimension.
especially with the trackpad. Whoa.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, so I'm going to grab these pieces. So I'm very intentionally selecting all these bottoms, this piece, the front, and I'm going to go here, option copy that to right here. It's gonna get messy. I'll be honest. Stuff's gonna get kind of gross, but it's fixable. So up here, I'll just come up here, delete that, get rid of this. Looks good. Down here, let's see. I can take this piece and push it back here. Huh, that's
Oh,
weird.
this is wonderful. We have a lot
Something
of
didn't.
great ideas coming in while you
Oh, good.
are struggling with that geometry right there. Yeah, we got a fire engine uh, and one of those massage guns that you use on your shoulders. So
Ooh,
if you feel like you're tired
I
of
like
gaming consoles, you can hop into something else.
I like options. Options are good.
Yeah.
What's going on here? I don't know. I'm just gonna delete it all. Get out of here. Okay, cool. There we go. Now if I just draw a single edge here, it should close up that bottom. And then yeah, just come across here like this. I have a change in color here because of my environment. My environmental lighting is causing it to look like this is a different color, but you can see that's just the shadow coming back here, and the ambient blue of the sky is making this kind of look a little bluey. But
Yeah, that's giving me reversed faces
it, it really
energy.
does. Hey, we could, just to keep ourselves sane, I could go to environments and maybe try to find something a little more
Warm.
orangey. Yeah, something a little
Yeah.
warmer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that kind of looks a little bit more like a massing model. Because I remember, in
Yeah,
architecture school, it was all about just broad strokes, loosely sketching things on a paper, maybe using some kind of like highlighter or like, like a colored pencil to like highlight things and
yeah.
kinda make it look hand drawn, sketchy.
Sketchy I can do. All right. There's we'll do a little bit of a I can bring that foot in a little bit, and then maybe we'll do something like I was thinking about putting the entry here, but I kind of like the idea of building up, you know, something like this on the side. That's too tall, but so I'm gonna put a rectangle here. I'm gonna drop this down a little bit,
Nice.
and
Yeah, I was wondering if you're gonna draw it by hand or, just draw a rectangle, extrude it, and then, intersect faces.
that would work too. This is one of my favorite things about SketchUp is there's so many ways to skin this cat.
Yep, and I will probably find the most complicated one.
Odds are good. We all start there. I mean, I don't know how many times that's happened. Get 20
Yeah.
minutes into something, I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? All right. So something
Um,
like that, and I'm gonna just grab that geometry, look at it from above like that. There we go. I'm gonna copy it
oh,
over here. Oops, I got too much.
while you're copy and rotating that, we do have a good question here over on YouTube, which asks, when I look around in a model and zoom out, I sometimes all of the sudden am in a wall. Is there any way how I can prevent this from happening?
Um, Prevent it? No, because unfortunately you're moving in a 3D model and there's no collision detection or anything like that. So every once in a while, if I'm looking here and I spin around like this and I might, oh, I'm inside. It
Yeah,
happens. So depending on who you are, how you're modeling, that sort of thing, you got a couple of options. If you have a 3D mouse, like Justin said, I just spin my mouse and I'm back out. Not a big deal. But if I end up inside and I'm using my normal mouse for orbit or something like that, sometimes I can spin around like this. It's unlikely though, because the way orbit works, it spins around the geometry you pick on. So it's probably going to keep your camera inside of the model. What
yeah,
you could do is if you hold down shift, you'll go into pan, and pan's probably quicker to get you out of that face, because pan takes the camera, moves it horizontally, and doesn't consider
yeah.
geometry. So you can just get out like that. The other thing is zoom extents. Probably the
Hmm.
simplest way. Zoom extents takes me all the way out, shows me my whole model.
Yeah.
Probably a good way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't have a 3D mouse, but with a trackpad, two approaches that I use are A, if I know that I'm like modeling something, I will just save a scene that I can always get back to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that I like to do is, like, if I'm modeling an interior or whatever, I'll, like, briefly put whatever walls might be blocking my camera view, like, on a tag and just turn off that tag so that it's never, like, bothering me or, like, influencing the orbit or anything like that.
I like that. I mean, having a quick, safe view tag to always pop back to, or a view scene is a
Yeah.
nice one. Always be able to jump back.
Wow,
I'm
all
going
the
to
while we were
remove.
doing oh my god, we already did the first one. We were
That's
just
right.
talking away, and there you are. You've already completed the first one.
I'm taking Sri out of there because she's calling attention to my lack of scale. But I'm again, this is just a model just to kind of come up with shapes. It's not to scale. I'm not worried about that. I don't want. Sometimes when we're doing these different, you're doing different designs. You There's things you do and you don't want. So sometimes I want to think about, like, if I'm modeling from a drawing, it's real important to me that I get the shapes and the relative geometry or size correct one piece to another, but the exact geometry maybe isn't that important. Um, Figure out what you need in your model, and then set yourself up for that. So if right now I don't really care how tall this building is, I just want to see how the different faces interplay with each other. Um, let's get rid of our scale model and just model whatever we need on the screen. If it comes to the point where I'm like, all right, now I need to drop it on the lot and see how it fills out the lot, then we'll scale it up. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty cool one. I
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I mean, you can always just grab your geometry and scale it up, or you can, uh, measure something, change the dimension, and resize the whole model. So there's a million ways that you can, go about making something the right scale when the time is appropriate. But for now, we're just having fun.
That's right. Just get stuff done. Um, I just noticed I never saved. So I'm looking through the chat right now. Yeah, this is falling squarely on you guys. Nobody told me I should save.
Yeah,
let's
good job,
let's save.
everybody. We're all just
All right.
running wild
Uh,
there.
Boom. Massing models. All right. Um, I'm gonna make sure I pull up. Fire truck's cool, but man, that would. I'm trying to figure out. I guess you turn it sideways. Hmm. 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 Okay, I'm grabbing fire truck. I'm scooting aside the Rubik's cube. Rubik's cube was a good one. I like it a lot, but it is a cube. So when we talk about massing, it's a cube. Um, Yeah, keep the ideas coming. I'm just gonna kind of. I have a list of the top three I want to try to get done, and I'm gonna edit them every time something new comes in. So
Oh, the cheese grater. I was wondering which one you were gonna do next.
I
This is,
think this is gonna be fun. Uh,
yeah,
this is a cheese grater.
yeah.
Let's see, we get
Yeah, I
about the
wonder,
same size.
are you, when you see this cheese grater and you see like the holes on the side of it, do you think windows or do you think balconies? Like where does your mind go?
Actually, my thought was creating these with some kind of shade structure. So
Oh,
see how they're kind of angled like that. In my
yeah.
brain, as I looked at that, I was thinking like, well, they're like rectangular, and as the sun comes in from this side, they're creating that
Yeah, that's cool.
trapezoidal shadow. So we'll see how that works. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna mess this up real quick.
Yeah, that's much more ambitious than what I was thinking. So yeah, we'll see.
Could be a stupid plan. All right, we'll have this little. We got this little foundation right here. We'll offset off that just slightly, and pull this straight up. Now, there's a couple ways I can choose to put stuff on here. Because it's a building, I'll probably take this top and shrink it down first, and then just lay my facade on top of it. If I was doing, yeah, that's what I will do. Because one of the things I was thinking is I could come in here and put my facade details on here first, and then use something like Fredo's box tapering to take the top and make it smaller. And then that would take any lines or details that were inside this facade and angle them appropriately. But if I look on here, these are straight, even though the side angle, same on the side. Look at this. You got these straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. So I'll actually take this, scale it about the middle to get me that. And then I will put my details on top of that shape. I think that's how I'm going to go about that. Um, I'm on the fence about do I want to do something up here where the handle is? Like, do I get inspired just by this shape, or do I try to do this
I
without
think,
making it look cheesy?
yeah, I think you got to add the handle for what it's worth. But I mean, it kind of looks a
Right.
little bit like the Mandalay Bay Sands hotel in Singapore that you just modeled. Kind of could have like a swimming pool in the top.
That's true. We could do something like that. That's a great plan.
But to be fair, you also spent like an entire 2 hours just modeling that roof. So I don't
That's
expect
true.
you to
That was
have
more than
to.
20 minutes.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to create a little sunshade component here. I'm going to take it. Here's what I'm going to do. So I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but I like this space right here. I want to maintain it over on the other side. So if I go like this, drop quick edge, and take that edge, shove it straight over here. Then I can take this piece and say Option, move it to here, then divide that by 5.
Yeah, that's
That gives
great.
me all of them.
Can also take the edge in the piece and flip it across.
That's true. I could have just flipped it over and then come back the other way. I'm going to take these now. Let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay,
Oh,
so
but it looks like they're offset too.
they
That's
are
interesting.
offset. So
Nice.
I'm going to take this first set option. Now here's a thingy. Here's a thing that's going to happen. Um, I want to get a straight edge right there. So that edge follows this angle, but not this angle, because I want to come down. I want to grab these pieces, and then on this edge, Option and copy those down to whatever my bottom height is. And what did I say? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7x. Okay, I did too much stuff. I lost my stuff. All right, so grab those again. Option down to about there. Divide by 7. There we go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Now, I do have an issue, and that is that they alternate. See that they go wider, smaller. So, what I'm going to want to do is take this one, this one, this
Kind
one.
of looks like the bottom row on the actual cheese grater is just missing one of the pieces, and it's
Oh, is
it's
it?
centered in the middle.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So that might be
Wait a
even
minute.
easier. Just remove like one of the pieces in the row and just center it.
So if it goes the other way, I made the small one first, not the big one.
Oh yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I drew a line between these two. So I'm going to take this one, slide it this way so it lines up with that. So yes, it will line up just like that, like Justin said.
Nice.
Now I just got to take this end one, two, three, four, and scoot it over one. So I'm going to go from here, option to here. And that should give me all the pieces. Cool. Looks neat, but I don't have that shade happening right now because of where my sun is. So I can do a couple things. I'm just going to go straight to my shadow settings uh, and just play with my time and shadows and see if I can make.
Genius. Yeah. It's kind of looking like a cheese grater. Love it.
Inspired by. So now on this top piece, um, I'm gonna grab all this and make it a group real quick so I can isolate that. Now, if I was to come up here, hypothetically, this is kind of cool. I wonder if I was to do something like, let's grab a circle and stick it in the middle. A little bit bigger, like that. I grab this and scale it. Like this. Put that up. Down. I'm trying
I
to like
yeah.
like I like the idea and I agree that hotel we did had that vibe, but I'm trying to make it not look like it's a cheese grater handle. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
without this, I'll look like, oh, I got what's a weird pyramid, it's a something or other. I'm gonna go for it though. I'm just gonna shrink this down a little bit like that just to give me a unique shape.
Yeah. Now it looks like a yeah, like an observation deck.
Yeah, and instead of having these handles on the outside, I think what I'll do is I'll put a couple columns going straight up on the inside just to kind of break up this geometry. This
Yeah.
geometry is too obvious, but still we could do something like that. Um, I'm going to hide this temporarily, come under here. Let's see, divide that in half. And I'm going to put a circle like that, and then I can mirror that.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I feel like I found the flip tool too late in my SketchUp trajectory, and now I'm so obsessed with it. I try to use it in every single scenario.
Yeah, I hear that absolutely. I'm gonna do something like this. Maybe raise this up a little bit. Same thing up here, like we were talking about earlier. Offset that. There we go.
Yeah,
Down.
you can now model some complicated HVAC system on the top there.
I'm gonna do
Or
it
not.
exactly how I see conceptual masking models with gear on the
Yeah,
roof. I'll show you exactly how that works. It's usually
done.
something like this. Ready?
Yeah. Yep,
And
that's
then
right.
we want to go into L2 massing detail. There we go.
I do want to call out that we are getting a lot of wonderful ideas in the forum.
All right.
I don't know that we can get to all of them, obviously, but I really do love this, and maybe this is something we got to do again in the future because there's a lot of great ideas here. John Ross is putting in. I see new chairs. I see hot air balloons. I see multi tools. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
I love it. Love that. Something weird. Oh, it got glued somehow. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Okay, but hey, you know what? If we stick with massing and we keep these shapes simple enough, I mean, it's only half an hour in. We got two done.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
let's see. A blip. Ooh, look at that pocket knife.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I know that thing is
I'm
crazy.
trying, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, how would you do
I mean, you
some
could
of
just
it?
model the like, the center of it with everything folded in and kind of like make it look like floors.
Ooh, I got it. Yeah, I got an idea. I got an idea. All right, I'm gonna put that at the bottom of the list.
Sweet.
All right, I'm moving on. We're moving forward. Moving on. More, always more. All right, I should probably save, and we're bringing in the sewing machine.
Oh yeah, nice. This thing is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's funny because I look at this and I'm like, I feel like we've done some buildings that are reminiscent of this. This feels a little bit like
Yeah.
some conceptual
I
buildings we've
will
done.
say you don't have to model this vertically. Like I think that's the first idea here, but you could also flip it on its side and then that like centerpiece where your mouse is or the mouse is hovering over just becomes like a courtyard.
I like that, but here's why I'm not going to do what you said. I saw this alcove right here, and I'm like, oh man, that's a perfect like row of columns recessed, like you create. So those of you who don't know, Justin is not just an awesome designer with architectural background. He's the guy who creates some of our amazing models we use in our marketing. So when you look at the model that was created for like the 2025 release, that was Justin. And one of the things I loved about that model was that courtyard kind of around the working space. Um, yeah, so put like either a glass facade or columns, or I just really want to leverage this right here. So I like that idea. I do. I see what you're saying, but I gotta do that. This
Yeah.
looks just too much fun.
It's calling to you. Yeah, thanks
It
for the
is.
compliments. What you can't see due to my small thumbnails, me blushing. So thank you very much.
Aw. All right. So I'm gonna start like this. Yeah, we'll go from like the corner up to here to get that first section knocked off. This is pretty straight down, so we'll just come back like about here. We'll come back to here. Comes a little bit of an angle like that, and then we go parallel to this down to about here, and I'll take that across. All right, so there's our preliminary. Oops, I forgot a little sweet little alcove down here.
Yeah, I'm curious how you're going to handle the structure of this. I know that these are massing models, but this whole thing seems like structurally very compromised.
You know, I was always under the impression that you don't have to worry about that all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, maybe some columns.
uh, yeah, probably some columns. All right, so I'm going to take this and actually bring this up a little bit. And this is one of my favorite spots in SketchUp to play with geometry, because that sticky geometry, I know we've all been bit by it where we had stuff stick together we weren't expecting, but to go in and model with it where you can just move things around is just a great way to explore shapes. So, ooh, that's too thick. Let's bring it back like that. Quick and easy. Love that. All right, couple shapes I like this. I like this piece that's in here, so I want to kind of put that in as kind of a ridge, I think. I'm going to do something like this. Bring that straight back like that. And then that's cool. We'll do the same thing here. I'll just pick a spot right here. We'll come up parallel to this. Like that, and then like that. Oh yeah, that's cool. This does feel like something out of a sci-fi movie, I admit, but I'm going with it. Just keep running until we don't even have a reason to stop. There's not like any practicality that ever's gonna come out of this, so we can just keep making stuff.
Yeah.
Um, cool building. I like it. I like it a lot. But yes, some practicality issues for certain. So I'm gonna start. I'm going to get this little alcove in here real quick. Go the same thing here. Match that. Take that across. All right. So if that was our preliminary geometry, yeah, this cantilever is a bit much. Even Frank Lloyd Wright would blush at the attempt to support that thing. Um, Especially if this is like, I don't know, whatever,
Oh
40
yes,
stories
Leo.
high.
Leo's suggestion is the needle can serve as the main column.
Yes, that's my guy. Good call, good call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with square. I was thinking about putting a round one there, but I think I'm gonna buck the system a little bit. Find the middle of this face. There's a midpoint here. Find the midpoint here. Pull those together. Find that. Boom. And then I'm gonna come out and I want to make sure that I'm drawing a square. So I'm just gonna watch my guide here. So my guide's gonna snap when it's square. And I'm gonna start with just an arbitrary size. Do something like that. Kind of looks neat.
Yeah, I like that.
And it wouldn't be just a column. I mean, it's big enough that this would be like these glass elevators on the outside. This right here would definitely be a little balcony type place right here. Got some space up here, some trees in the corners, that sort of thing. Up here, maybe we end up with. Ooh, you know what we could
Yeah,
do?
I feel like this whole stream is going to be like, let's make this model and then just offset the roof, and it
It's
looks like a
it's
building.
it's definitely one way to do it. I mean, there's other things you could do, but a
Yeah.
square. How can you argue that? That's a building. Um, right down here, I've left everything in white so far, not because no particular reason, just because I was really trying to design this with shadows, ambient occlusion, just keep that nice, clean, conceptual look. But I think I might have to break out of that a little bit with some glass on here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to inset it just ever so slightly, like just that much. Do that on all three sides. And then maybe go take that dark glass color, put that on three sides. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do something here. Go like that. There we go. Take that option, put that over here, and take both of those. What's going to be the quickest way to do this? Let's grab this. All right, here, I'm going to get silly. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Here we go. I'm going inside. I want to put that on all four sides. So what I can do is I can just draw a line like this. Since this is a square, I can take this and I can say rotate. Yeah, that'll be easier than mirror. Yeah, so rotate that from right here, option to here,
Genius.
3x, done. All right, and now we'll grab our glass, put that here, 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 and here. And you know what? I think that's so cool that we're gonna take that to another level. I'm gonna offset this and this and this and
There.
this.
Hey,
Put
hey,
that
calm down. Calm
same.
down.
I can't stop myself. Put that same glass right there. Ooh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the way that turned out. Um, whew. That's a pretty cool model. That's a pretty cool building model. Just saying. Um, we're doing about one every 15 minutes right now. So that's a lot of buildings we could do. I like that. I like that. All right. So far we've had the products or the inspirational objects have been fairly clean, right? So we've definitely had a set of objects that are not uh, too out of, we
Yeah.
didn't wander too far to get nice clean designs. So I want to grab
Yeah. So you're
this
saying you're
one.
ready for the pineapple, or
My fear, so all respect due to the pineapple, I'm afraid I'd end up modeling SpongeBob's house and just be done. So
yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking, here's a cool thing we could do. So this fire engine, yeah, it could be a cool thing by itself, but I'm thinking, what happens if we take this fire engine, right, and we put it like this? I don't know how I keep gluing this. It's just so glue happy. All right. So I'm thinking we could make an interesting shape by turning a fire engine sideways. Watch. Here's what I'm thinking. All right. So we go get a nice square right here. And then above that, I'm going to put a triangular or a rectangular base. This will come up like this. And then maybe like this. We take that, offset that.
Keggy says, "Did not see that coming." I agree. That was a big curveball
I
rotating
keep
you.
you guys on your toes. You
Yeah.
think you don't know me?
I know. I feel like I overstepped with my comment about this whole thing being an offset exercise.
Oh, I was insulted and hurt. That's why I took that personally.
Yeah, we're gonna rotate things. We're gonna switch it up.
Oh yeah. uh, so I kind of like that. Actually, I kind of like that. That shape turned out kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that, but so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to mirror that a little bit with this shape over here. So kind of have a double. We'll take this even closer like that, and then
Nice.
I'm going to group each of these pieces individually. So I'm going to grab that, make it a group, grab this, make it a group. And then I have no idea how to connect it together whatsoever. So let's not think about it. Let's do stuff instead. All right. Again, with the effort of keeping things centered, I'm going to draw another rectangle right here from the middle. This is becoming that middle thing is I'm liking that. I like that
Yeah,
a
me
lot.
too. I think there's a lot to learn, like just in general, with like how you're always like referencing things. I think that's really helpful. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's my general shape right there. And then maybe we've got this arm thing here. So maybe I'll do something like,
Like a diagonal elevator.
yeah. Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's offset this.
It's like those chairs that like go up and down the stairs.
All right, so I'm gonna come like this, and I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna take it and slide it sideways like this.
I was gonna
That's
wait.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna wait until this comment is more relevant, but I feel like you're basically there. King Dome Architecture says, "Don't forget to offset the roof."
Oh, thanks, buddy. We'll offset it this much, and then we'll just pull it down about that much. Perfect. Done. Um, no, but all seriousness, uh, as a concept, I kind of like that. I want to do a little bit more up here. I don't. I'm gonna push here. Actually, let's make this all one piece. So let's see, what are these? Solid, solid. If I grab this, make it a group. Solids, all solids. So that means I can grab all of these and just go to outer shell to get one big solid that I can work with.
Nice. Yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna finally use SolidWorks.
Yeah. Whoa. Correct yourself. Solid
Oh,
tools.
jeez. We'll cut that out.
Yeah. We'll delete that from the transcript. All right. Um, that's kind of cool looking. This is fun. I like this. You guys need a conceptual modeler. Let me know. I'll just do it.
Yeah, this is great.
Like that. All right, so let's offset this again. Oops. And we'll do the same thing here. I'll offset this. Actually, let's do this. I'll offset this to right about there, and then I'll just pull this down. Oops.
Yeah, this
Man.
is a lot faster than what we had to do in architecture school with like, cardboard
Oh
and
man.
balsa wood and, this is nice.
I have built my fair share of uh, miniature items in the past, which is fun. It's definitely a fun thing to do. But when you start building something out of wood or plastic or paper or whatever, like you're kind of committed, right? Like I'm going to
Yeah,
go cut this piece out for 10 minutes. And when I'm done, if I don't like it, I got to throw it away and do it again. Conceptual modeling on a computer, I don't, man. Whew,
yeah.
yeah, so much
Well,
better.
if you're tired of the cardboard, you can always just crumple up a piece of paper and that's how you get the Sydney Opera House.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little vestibule type thing here. So what I'm doing, I double click to select this face and all the connected or this face and all the connected edges. Then if I hold down Shift Option, I get the minus selection and I can just drag a window down. So that's a quick way to get all of the edges around the outside. And if I do that and I offset, I get a nice border like that. So if I
Nice.
won't push that in, let something like that, gives a little bit more depth. So same thing, I do the same thing here. Remove, offset, and if I double click, it'll do the same. If I offset, it'll do the same. And I just have a little bit more dimension there. I might do the same thing up here. So I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna have it coming out this way, offset.
And what modifier are you clicking to remove? Is that the shift
So it's
key?
Shift Option. So
Shift
Shift
option.
turns it to plus minus. By holding on Shift and Option, I get just that minus key there. So then I don't have to worry about am I dragging over the wrong things. So
Nice.
double click, Shift Option, drag down. By dragging down and getting that dotted window, because I'm dragging from right to left, I deselect both the face and that bottom edge in one move. And then I can just do offset, double click, and it doesn't offset the bottom. Push, pull. There we go. And then you know what? I'm just going to put some glass panels right here. Maybe not. That looks weird. Undo, 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 undo. Wow, it's easier than cutting new material. Um, yeah, so that's my take on the fire engine.
Yeah, I love that. Yep. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. This is really
That is
cool.
pretty cool. That was a great idea. Thank you for whoever threw up the fire engine.
Yeah. That was Keggy. Thank you, Keggy.
Nice idea, Keggy. Um, yeah. As this is a toy fire truck, it could still be a household item.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
that one ended up being a lot bigger. Hold on, we should probably scale that down a little bit because
Yeah.
that looks like significantly larger than what I assumed was a very big building right here. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Awesome. Save.
Cool. I wonder what's next.
Oh, come on, John. John just put a picture of the stepwell in,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
if you guys haven't seen it, head over to the forum. It's the very last thing on this current topic that we're looking at for the live model. It is an amazing structure. It is super, super cool, but I get dizzy just looking at it.
Yeah, it looks
It's
like an MC Escher drawing.
it does. And I know it is repeating. I mean, there's also some fisheye going. If you look at the railing at the bottom, it kind of bows up, so that contributes. But I'm aware it is a repeating set of components, so it probably wouldn't be terrible. But every time I look at it, I get a little nauseous and then don't want to look at it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this has become like the running joke. Like whenever we're like planning content for these live streams, we're always like, "Will we finally tackle this thing?" And not today.
Yeah, I feel like every time I look at it, I feel a teeny bit braver, but only a teeny bit. So
One day.
thank you, thanks, John. All right, let's. I'm gonna go through here with some more that I got pulled out here. So we're coming in with the binoculars this time,
Oh, nice. Yes.
and again, this could be done a couple different ways. I really see a pair of twin towers in this. Like, I feel like I don't know. It just makes the most sense to me, right? Going up with a round building, which we haven't done yet. We haven't done a round building. Uh, so let's do it. I'm going to start with a circle right here. I'm going to pull it up like that, and then I'm going to triple click and make it a component. Uh,
Circle thing.
by knock you chunk. By knock you chunk.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to draw an edge over like that. And then I'm going to say take this, and I'm going to mirror a copy of it over here. Now, the reason I mirrored it instead of just copying it, it means that when I come over here and I start to make something on here to reach towards the middle, it'll come both sides in like this. If I just copied it over, as I start to make a piece out here in the middle to kind of connect over, it would be coming out this side. But by mirroring it, I turn the two things that look symmetrical towards each other. All right, so I want to do something on here that maybe you wouldn't think to do, but I want to put a little bit of taper on here. See how they kind of taper up instead of just going straight up? Or they're rounded, I mean, taper, a rounded taper? Sure, sounds right. Sure, yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to put a face like this. We're actually going to come out a little bit like this. And then I want it to come into, say, here. All right, so I want it to come out like that, and then I want it to come back in like that. So I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to do a Bezier curve. So I'm going to go to Tools, and I haven't installed that yet. Oh, draw. I'm sorry, draw. Bezier. There it is. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to click right here. That first one, I want to pull out coming down this line like that. Bottom one, I want to come up this line like this. There we go. And then get rid of everything extra. We'll see. When I do radial follow me's like this, I would say 4 out of 5 times, I'm not 100% sure how it's going to turn out. So I think this is giving me what I want, but let's see. I'll take this, follow me with this.
Oh, yeah.
That looks cool.
Yeah. Wow. Think about how lucky we are there. 4 out of 5 times it doesn't work out, Aaron said.
You're my lucky charm.
Yeah.
All right. So on top of that, I'm gonna go a little off the reservation here, or a little out of the outside the box here, and I'm gonna kind of just start playing with some shapes that I think would be cool. And I am okay with that being broken like that. I'm kind of trying to, I'm doing something here.
Yeah. Okay. This looks like a some kind of yogurt container.
It does.
Like a drinking yogurt.
Yeah, I like that. And then we'll do something like offset that out a little bit more. And this one, I'm going to weld, pull up so it's smooth. And then I'm going to do an offset circle. Another circle right here. They're roofs now.
Yeah. Yeah, it checks out. Now it just looks like a chess piece.
It does. All right, so now we got to come in and connect it. I do kind of like. I'm trying to figure out. Uh, First off, there's some interesting shadowing going on over here. I'm not sure if that's ambient occlusion or shadow. I kind of want to.
No,
Kind of want
that's
to.
just the shadow. It's from I think the shadows get cast from like the unsmooth geometry.
That makes sense. I'll just have to look at it from over here. Apparently. Um, so I'm kind of thinking like, how is this going to come together? I like that it seems it's like almost like an observation deck sticking out here with the
Yeah.
column up and then like another observation deck. So I want to kind of lean into that. So I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna grab a point. And I'm gonna take it across like this. This point came across with it. So watch this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab that edge. I'm gonna rotate it on the flat. We're just gonna bring it out like this, and then see where that intersects. And I'm just gonna take that back, and then we'll go
Yeah.
parallel to this again.
And to just throw out a reminder out there, this is happening because Aaron essentially started with one component, flipped it across from each other, and so it's mirrored. So anything that he's doing to one side is going to happen on the other side.
There we go. That looks cool, but it definitely needs to be rounded off. That's too sharp there. Okay, so here's a thing that I have learned. When I try to do a rounded piece across two components, it can be very difficult to come in here and say, okay, draw an arc here and bring it up to, I don't know, there-ish. And look at it and go, nope, that's definitely comes together as a point like that. Or what's more often is I get a little butt cheek thing going there where, that's not the look I want either. I want one smooth curve that goes from here across here and then picks up on the other side, even those two components. So what I would recommend doing is getting an edge like this that's perpendicular, so it's on the red edge, and then I can start an arc right here, and I can pull it tangent. By pulling it tangent, that means it's going to end up at that 90-degree angle, and the other one will come in there too, so they'll be flat like this. So the farther down I pull it, I'll get a bigger curve, but when I close it, there's that one nice continuous curve. I just grab that, pull that down. Yeah, that's
Nice.
it.
Yeah, that's a great tip. That's that's smart.
So same thing here. If I want to do one on the inside, it's the opposite. So I want to come this way. I'm going to start with an edge right here, come down a little bit, maybe come out like that. And then same thing, arc here, pull here till I get to tangent. Get rid of that extra arc, pull that down.
Nice.
Yeah, so now we have a nice, clean look. That's awesome.
That is a
Um,
great observation deck.
that's pretty cool. That turned out all right. I'm going to
Yeah.
make two of them. We're going to have one right here as well. That is cool looking.
Yeah, love that.
um, well, hey, but it's not an observation deck yet because we don't have. Get rid of those and this, and then oops, get rid of that and that, and offset. No, it's not gonna let me do that. I'm gonna do these individually. Grab that and this. Probably weld it first. Offset it. Pull it in that far. Grab this one and this one. Right click. Weld edges. Offset. Oops, it went the wrong way. Pull it down. Did not. Oh, it didn't close because it's over here. It's gonna be no this side. Somebody's just shy of meeting. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. And then before I push pull down, I'm gonna grab this shape. I'm gonna move it, a copy of it from here to here. So now I can pull down this one and double click here to give me this one. Clean up to do up here. Awesome. Looks pretty cool. If I want to make these pieces look seamless, so like they connect together, what I'll do is I'll go into one of them. I'm going to go up to View, Component Edit, Hide Similar Components. That'll get rid of half of it. And I want to make sure I don't have a face in the middle, so I'm going to delete this one. Then I'm going to grab all the edges right here, all the edges that make up that right there. And we're going to go to Entity Info and just turn their visibility off. Same thing up here. those. Perfect. Visibility off. Now when I click out of it, bring the other half back, they look like they meet up seamlessly.
Nice. Yeah,
There
that's
we
looking
go.
awesome. I do like that, every single model is getting bigger than the ones before.
Yeah. Make it a statement. Just keep going up. But
Yeah.
there we go. I mean that could be on the London skyline, right? You see that out there, you wouldn't think that was too weird.
Oh, for sure.
We got a little kooky with the
It's like a
roundedness,
smokestack
but
turned nightclub or something. It looks cool.
ooh yeah, we call it like the Foundry or uh, Binocu chunks. I don't know.
Sure.
Let's save that. All right, you know what? I'm going to bring this image of the pocket knife in, but it's not. I'm not going to try to match this pocket knife exactly. Um,
Yeah, loose
so
inspiration.
that's right. So inspired by this. First off, I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming this is supposed to be like a bartender's pocket knife.
Yeah.
Uh, I could see some of this stuff working, but I'm not sure how the heck this zester is supposed to fold into this piece of wood.
I feel like these are all the things that you need for like a nice Italian dinner. You got your spoon there, you got your wine cork opener, you got a little Parmesan cheese grater. It's perfect.
That sounds good. A little zest, a little lemon zest on there.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
yeah, I do. So this is, like I said, this is an interesting shape, and I do want to kind of play off of this a little bit. Um, so I'm going to start with a rectangle like that, and I want to round the edges. So I'm going to come in with a circle here, around the ends, excuse me, like that. Get rid of that, and then pull that up in 3D space. Right. So that's the main portion of my building. I'm going to break with tradition ever so slightly. Sorry. Uh, and rather than just offset and push pull, I'm going to create something like whoop, 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 like this. Create a little archy shape like that. Bring it in like that. And then I'll take that and just do a quick follow me.
Oh yeah, just a quick follow me. Yeah,
Boom, look
look
at
at
that.
that. That's awesome.
Little rounded section on the top. We're going to soften and smooth it, make it look good. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the bulk of our building. But come on, that's not a pocket knife. What are you talking about, dude? Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to copy this bottom face. Go to edit, copy. I'm going to triple click and make this into its own group. That's going to be its own piece. Then I'm going to say edit, paste in place. Now I'm going to grab that piece from underneath. So here's something. This is, I think, 2 versions ago, the default became this kind of cloudy ground plane. You notice that, Justin? If you
Yeah.
rotate underneath, it gets cloudy. That's not my favorite thing in the world. I understand why you do it, because it's, if you have a symmetric shape, are you under it or above it? And if you don't have clouds in the background, how do you tell? But for me, this ends up being, it gets me a little bit. It pushes me. It pushes my buttons. So you can, fortunately, get rid of that. So this show ground plane from below, you can either turn it more transparent, less transparent, or you can actually turn it off. Then you can just hop right underneath. It still shows the ground plane. My ground plane's white. It still shows the ground plane, but when you go underneath it, it doesn't get in your face like that. So
Yeah,
uh,
we're gonna be staring straight into the sun now.
that's true. Ah,
Oh
oh,
God.
sorry guys, sorry. All right, so I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to make it into its own group, and I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to take this one, I'm going to rotate it, I'm going to inference to find the middle point. Well, unfortunately, the middle point is right, there it is. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to align, I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go to, oops, what are we at right there? 30 degrees. Let's go 45 degrees. Yeah. So now we'll have a wing of our structure come off at 45 degrees. Yeah, maybe we'll have two. Hold on. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go grab that middle point right there. I'm going to come back. Come one out at 90 degrees and one at 45 degrees. No, I don't like that. Undo, undo. I'm going to go to 30 and 60 degrees. I like when somebody starts doing something, you don't have any idea what they're doing until, until they tell you. Rude.
Right. Yeah, you're just like mumbling over to yourself. Like just...
So I'm gonna make a copy of a second piece, and I'm gonna go another 30 degrees. Option. There we go.
Nice.
Like that. That's what I'm looking for. That's it. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna copy this over afterwards. So what I want to do is now come in here. And notice when I come in here that my axes change. So right here, my axes are the world axes. When I come in here, they're rotated 30 degrees with the geometry. That is super cool. That makes it very easy to do things like, let's make this a little bit smaller like that.
And does that happen because you have grouped that geometry, or are you working with components there?
That's right, because I grouped it. So it was grouped together, and then I brought it in. I have to come back even more. I need a middle point. So I'm going to come out of everything, find the middle, and bring this out. What I'm thinking is kind of an entryway vestibule that's bordered by these rising platforms on the sides. So I'll take this one, grab that again, bring it back some more. I probably won't actually have it be a circle like this, but just to kind of get the geometry laid out. There we go. All right. So if we were to just bring, I'll try it. Let's see if I come up like this. Oh, this one should go higher then, right? Oops.
Nice.
Let's soften that again. I wasn't going to go with these round like biscuity shapes, but once I did it, I kind of it was kind of cool. I think I will take both of them though, and just to get that real, make it feel like a pocket knife, we're just going to shrink it down a little bit so it sits inside. Grab both of these. We can say, mirror me. Oops, wrong color. Option there. You can see the pocket knife influence on there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if these are all solid, I should be able to just grab all. Oh, not the picture. And tools, push, pull. Sometimes, guys, I'll be honest. Sometimes you ever get clicky fingers where you just start doing stuff and then your fingers like, oh, yeah, that's where we're going to click. I don't know. It's an ailment. It happens to designers. It's just a thing. Outer shell. There we go. Oops.
And when you
little booty right here.
When you use outer shell, it like basically, it just expands the volumes that it can. So like there's nothing happening in the inside of your like big structure there, right?
Correct. Because I used outer shell, it just created the external surfaces. If I wanted to maintain things like voids on the inside, then I would use something like union to bring those pieces together. I'm only interested in the geometry on the outside. That's a great catch. Get those just inside. There we go.
Nice.
All right. Let's do it again. Outer shell. That's cool. That's oh, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, luckily you can just drop it there.
Oh, look, I made a little heart underneath too. I'd love it.
John Ross jokes, you're gonna need big pockets for this thing. Again, just classic zinger about the scale of these buildings.
Yeah, they keep growing and growing. Like if this, so if I was
Yeah,
to let's bring Sri back in. Let's use Sri real quick. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna go to my components because Sri was a component, so she'll still be in here. So I can grab her, bring her in. All
oh
right,
yeah.
let's get Sri to scale for this building. Right? This is not a small building. All right, so maybe something like that.
Okay, yeah,
That's believable. Now, right? So we have maybe a little bigger. Maybe something like that. Like a
yeah,
nice big, yeah, vestibule. All right, so we're gonna grab Sri
yeah.
option, and I'm just gonna drop a Sri in front of every building, and then we'll come back and oops,
Yeah, just for scale. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
curious to see how big this empire, uh, yeah, the pocket knife empire is. I mean, that is,
all right, so we'll come through here. Yeah, so if this is a window, this is a little big right now. So let's grab that. Not out of control, but it's definitely a little large, right? That's a floor. Yeah, that's closer. That's closer.
yeah. And this thing.
Uh, this thing's a little large still. We're bringing that down significantly. So still big, right? Like same thing. Like this is maybe a double height, uh, big open space down at the bottom kind of thing. Maybe needs to even go a little bit. It's still big. It's a big building. All right, over here. Yeah, this is a skyscraper. This is way up there. That could be right. That's probably too big. And I'm picturing this of concrete for some reason too, like massive concrete round structure. This is the Sydney Opera House. Look at that. It's huge. I'll bring that down a little bit too. Watch out, tree. I ran her over. Dang it. But yeah, same thing. Because I'm judging this one off of, you know, these walls right here. It's like a commercial height, 2 stories or 1.5 stories, something like that. That could
Yeah,
be awesome.
nice.
They're coming
Yeah.
together. This
Save that bad
collection.
boy, and I wonder what's next.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see. Let me see.
We get
Yeah.
anything new up there on the old forum, or are we still paused out at
Well,
the
we do have the massage gun. We got a trebuchet, pineapple,
hmm.
classic.
Still got the
Um,
pipe.
oh, what about the USB drive?
Yeah, let's do that. All right, we got it's almost 20 after 1, so we got about 40 minutes left. So uh we could do the massage gun would be another thing to do.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the trebuchet and trying to find a structure in that.
yeah. Trying to visualize that.
It's just so open, it's all
Um,
sticks. But okay, you guys figure that out. One or two more.
yeah. I think the
Uh
USB drive is fun too, and I know you've been
yeah, we'll do
avoiding
that.
it, but the like I don't even know how to describe this thing, but the like princess castle looking thing, you know?
Oh, that spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ducking that for sure. Could happen. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Accidentally spend 35 minutes on this USB drive. I like this. This is cool. Um, so this is when I look at shapes like this screams solid tools to me. So when I first look at this, what I got this rectangle comes back and then kind of comes up and over. So I see that as one shape. Rectangle with the arc over top with the circle in it running the full length. Then a separate piece that is this curve right here that comes and takes a bite out of it. If that didn't make any sense, I'm going to do that right now. So don't stress. All right, so we'll start with this shape right here. So I'm going to start by getting a vertical rectangle. Get off there. Okay, I'm going to draw his face down. All right, so there's the face of our USB drive. And then I'm going to go from here straight up. Straight up is in green axis straight up. And I'm going to draw a circle. Bring that circle down a little bit. then from the center of that circle, we'll draw a circle out that comes out to this length. There we go. Draw that up. Draw that up. Get rid of these pieces. I'm going to hold on to that edge, so I want to keep that. Get rid of this. And then that is the bulk of our drive, right like that. Grab all of that. We'll start by softening and smoothing. And then I'll grab all of that, make it group.
It's gonna be the most like satisfying like subtract of all time.
It's so nice to get a good clean cut on things sometimes. So this right here, this little line I put in was just in there to hold on to the location of where the top of this is. So that was just for my own reference. I don't actually want it in the model. It'll actually prevent it from being solid, so I do have to get rid of it. All right, now what I need to do is I need to figure out, again, coming in from that height. So I'm going to draw a line over like this. Go up like this. And I'm basically just going to create a quick canvas on which to draw. All right, and then the top is right there. So if I look at that, that's where I want to cut. So I'm going to start at this height, it's going to come back like this, and it's going to swoop up to create that. So if I look right here, that's a little smaller than this, a little bit tinier than that. So I'll say like right here. And then I'll just do an arc from here to here. Try that, see how that works. Again, this might not work at all, but that's what undo's for.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work great.
I like that optimism. I like that
Yeah.
about you. Make it a group. So now we got solid, solid. So to do a subtract, we're going to start with the trimmer. This is the piece I'm cutting out. Select that first. Go to tools. I should save. I haven't saved for a while. I always, you get into rhythms, right, where you do things over and over again. And sometimes people interpret that. It has been such a long time since I've had a problem with solid tools not working or blowing up or messing my model up or anything like that. Way back, solid tools has done that. But I just got in this, there's certain things I do where I tend to save. And running solid tools or running extensions is one of the spots where I just hit save. And I don't want that to come across like it's dangerous to run these extensions or you should run solid tools or anything like that. And I'm not really worried about it. It's just kind of become at this point like a learned response.
It's just habit. When one question before you do the satisfying cut, when you're doing subtraction, do you ever think that like you should have the geometry of your cutting piece be slightly out of the like outside the like bounds of the piece that you're cutting?
Yes. It's unlikely. It'll likely cut off perfectly well, but I would probably, yes, do exactly what you're talking about, Justin. Pull that out just ever so slightly, and then actually maybe just take this and just pop it up like that much.
Just to give yourself a little bit of buffer.
Yeah, just it doesn't have to there's a good chance it would be fine. You would chop it off, everything would be great. But just in case, do that, grab it. I'm gonna go to tools. I'm gonna say solid tools subtract. The difference between subtract and trim, of course, is whether or not it holds on to the cutter. I don't need this cutter once it's gone, so I can use subtract and take it away from here.
Nice.
There we go.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
All right, so a couple things. I want my hole to be bigger. I want that to be larger in there. The rest of it I kind of like the look of. So I'm going to undo. And I'm going to come into this one. I'm going to go back up to View, Component, Hide Rest of Model. And I want this to be bigger. So there's a couple ways I could do this too. I'm going to grab the circle, use offset, and just pull it up like that. And then I'll just push this down to the other side. And that's gone now. Now I have a bigger hole, and it's like this. Tools, solid tools, subtract from this. Oops. Apparently I got rid of my back face. So if you try to close up, when you have a normal face, you just click like that, it closes it. When you do that and you have overlapping geometry, now you have this face goes across all of it. So I have to come in here and do a second edge to get rid of that. Or another option is connect this floating opening to the outside edge. So if I click up to here like that, and then click from here down to here, it'll connect that back together. I'll get one face with a hole in it, and then of course just quick erase. Again, my workflow, thumb button for erase. That's a no-brainer, easy, super easy to do, but just FYI, every once in a while might run into that. So now
Yeah,
back to
do
having
you want
solid.
me to zoom in on your dirty mouse again? Or
Nope, nope, nope.
perfect.
You know, I thought it was cool because I'm like, ooh, white, like a stormtrooper. And then I realized stormtroopers are always dirty. They always have
That's
yellow
true.
dirt in their eyes and stuff. It's just, that was a
Yeah,
stupid plan.
they're rough
Next one.
around the
Next one will be
edges.
gray. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Battle worn. That's what my mouse is. Not gross. It's battle worn.
yeah,
All right. Go to tools, solid tools, subtract that from this. And there we go. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. All right. Whoops. I meant to do option to smooth that one piece. That looks cool.
yeah.
This is an absolute waste of space. I don't know. Nobody would probably want to ever really do this in a building, but it's pretty cool looking. Down here, I'd probably do the same thing, double click. Let's get rid of this, offset that down, and we'll make our entryway push back in here. And we'd actually probably lean into it even a little bit more by going, offset a second time. Bring this up, push that back in a little more. Really get that USB looking front end right there. And then we just put
Nice.
Samsung across there. Boom. Parking garage.
Boom. And let's see. Let's put the scale figure there too. Let's see how big this
Oh,
thing
sure.
is.
Yeah, this is massive right now. We need to bring it down for sure. Oops. Don't rotate. See, 3. All right. Let's
Yeah, this is a
yeah,
good
assume there's
idea
doors right
over.
here.
Yeah, I know that is the biggest USB drive probably in the world, maybe in the universe. Great idea here on YouTube. You could use that like center circular opening as a wind turbine
Let's do it.
to power the building. Great
I
idea.
love it. I'm gonna put something across like this. This is called a propeller holder, obviously.
Sure, obviously.
Let's see. I'll find the middle here. Middle here. We'll put something like that. That'll be our propeller holder. And then we'll push that out, give it a little bit of depth. Yes, thank you. All right, so I'm going to draw. Actually, I don't even know what turbines look like. They have symmetrical blades? Are they twisted?
Let me see. I don't know that I've ever paid attention to it either.
I'm going to draw a circle here. I'm going to bring it up. Actually, no, I'm
Oh
going to stay flat.
man. Oh man, I feel like this is much more complicated than I thought it'd be.
That sounds right.
Good luck. That's all I could say.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to draw a propeller blade like that. I'm going to grab this right here. I'm going to grab this, scoot it this way, some amount. Scoot this one this way, same amount. All right, that's cool. This will be this big. This will move upwards to the middle. Give it that piece on the sides. All right, and then I can give that some depth. And now, this is where the kookiness comes in.
Get ready.
Auto fold. I'm going to grab this right here. I'm going to go to the center of this end. Actually, I'm going to add an edge right here too. Keep this all connected. And I'm going to rotate this section. No, actually, I'm sorry. I want to rotate this whole thing. Hold on. I got to back up a little bit more. I got to put an edge. I want to break this off of that piece. Come up. There we go. Now what I want to do is I want to grab all of this, everything from that forward. I'm going to go to rotate, grab the end right here, give it just a little bit of that. And then we'll do the same thing with this end right here. We'll give it a little bit more of that.
Oh wow.
And then one last one, we'll grab this right here, and we'll give that a little rotate. So it's
You
going to
gonna
break it.
Yeah, you gonna smooth that thing out? I mean,
Oh,
there's a
yes.
lot.
And I'm going to triple click, and then bam, we're
Boom.
back. So a lot of these didn't disappear because they were drawn in before, but I can. Oh, actually, there's probably a face in here right now. If I was to peek down inside, see that face right there? Delete that, and I think that's probably one too. The one delete, and then try that again. Triple click. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So there's more I could do. I could come in here and round the corner, something like that, but I'm not gonna.
Like I always joke, like every single model is getting bigger than the other one. Like I'm not even sure that that propeller will fit in that building.
I'm pretty sure it won't. All right,
Yeah.
so where to go? 30 degrees, 7x. Oh, wait. 11x. Nope. 30 degrees, 11x. There we go. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, way,
Sweet.
way, way too big. Way too big. But we're not done, right? Grab that.
Nice.
All
Yeah.
that. Make it into a group. And I should have a nice little snap point right in the middle there. Oh, I left some things behind. Huh. All right, so I'm gonna grab that. Oh, here, let's turn it upright.
It's the world's biggest ceiling fan.
In here, I'm gonna try to inference the center of this circle by going there and then kind of snapping. There it is. That's the center. Awesome. Perfect. Nothing needs to change. Right, quick scale. I'm going to scale it. I would like the back where it is because the back is on my holder. So I'm going to scale from the front. Option to get it to the center. And I'm just going to scale it down until it fits in the hole.
Man, I feel bad for the birds that get stuck in that thing.
There's a poultry place right behind here. Great fried chicken. I think it's chicken.
Yeah. Some kind of bird. Nice. Yeah, this I feel like you made really light work of this.
Kind of
Yeah,
looks like
amazing.
a hovercraft or something now.
True.
I do kind of feel like I'm going to come in here. I'm going to separate this geometry. I'm going to Command X to cut it. And then I can clean up these edges. I'm going to come out here, edit, paste in place, make that a new group. Let me grab both of these and maybe just slide that forward a little bit. Yeah, self-sufficient, wind-powered. Maybe this is a power station or something like that. I don't know. It's a thing. Oops.
Oh.
All right. He's hanging out in front of the. You know what it reminds me of is in Men in Black when Will Smith goes to that
Yeah.
place that Tommy Lee Jones gives him the card to, and it's like that big concrete building with a huge fan just going the front
Yep.
entry.
Yeah.
Totally, I got those vibes. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's our Men in Black hideout.
I love that. Yeah, Apple Bills over on YouTube says, "Thank you so much for doing these live streams. They help a lot." Yeah. I mean, not to get cheesy and sentimental here, Aaron, but I feel like
Oh
everybody watching you just shred through these concepts is in for a treat. This is really cool to watch.
yeah, I'm gonna admit something. This I really just modeled the original thing. I don't feel like I really
Yeah,
did
this
much
is not a building.
concept change. I just thought it was a cool shape for a building. But then we got the turbine in there. That's all you guys. You guys came up with that, and that was fun.
That was a great
Um,
idea.
yeah, that's cool. All right. Yeah, we got 25 minutes. We got 20 minutes. Like one more. What would be? I guess we're going with that massager. I don't see. I like the Goodyear blimp, but I'm trying to think how do you change up the shape of a blimp other than just? I think that's what the egg in
Yeah.
in the UK is. It's just the front half of a blimp stood upwards.
You could try the chair. I mean, that's an interesting, like maybe glass structure
Sure.
happening underneath. Or, I mean,
Yeah. All
hey,
right.
you got 25 minutes. I feel like you got to do the Sydney Opera House.
Tyson already did it, and I don't want to steal his thunder. Okay, so I want to come up with a structure that honors this. Um, so what I'm really thinking, so this is, I apologize. This will take a significant turn from what we have just done, um, because I feel like there's a thing that can be done with these shapes that would give us a structure that could be kind of cool, but not in the same shape. So I'm kind of thinking of like a tented shape,
Hmm.
uh, using these interlacing, crossing over V shapes of metal.
Yeah, I like that.
Obviously, this would make a poor. This is a rooftop pool is what we call this if this were a roof, because you want all your roof parts to be pointing up and water to go down instead of into it. So the chair shape wouldn't work as a real building. But if we
But
took
if there's a
that
fountain in the middle of this plaza, that
in the
yeah,
matter of this tensile material roof.
yeah.
But if you took that and turned it upside down, we could have an interesting shape that we could look at. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna start with a rectangle because everything starts as a rectangle, and I'm gonna draw with edges instead of the rectangle tool because I already
Yeah.
did.
Oh, where'd you draw that thing?
I also don't have my
Yeah,
my yeah. Let's get back
as
up here.
as they always say, a model of 1,000 polygons begins with a simple rectangle.
Love
I
that.
think that's what they say. I don't know.
Yeah, I think was it Freud or somebody said that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah, somebody.
somebody. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this. Use scale to push that back down. So it's no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. Undo, undo, undo. All right. I am going to find the center. I'm going to put an edge right here. I'm going to draw an arc from here to here, and from here to here. And then I'm going to draw another arc from here. Here, get rid of these two first. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Now an arc. So remember when you're trying to calculate like tangent to a spot, um, if you have a bunch of edges, SketchUp can get confused as what edge do I want to go tangent to. So the easiest way to prevent it from getting confused is get rid of those extra edges. So right there, I only had two curved edges. Then so when it went to make a tangent, I knew exactly what to do. All right, so I'm gonna take that. We're gonna mirror that right here, and then this, not to scale, is going to be the start
Yeah, yeah. This is the biggest one
of
yet.
of our roof. So I'm gonna go something like that. I like that. I pulled that shape out of there. That same shape for the roof. It's kind of cool. Take this. I'm just gonna use rotate. Find the middle point. Constrain to vertical option. I forgot to select this. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when you talk for hours on end, the
Oh, you
basics
telling me
become
you
a
weren't gonna
challenge.
flip that thing?
I rotated. I went back to the old days.
Yeah.
I just did. All right, I'm gonna grab all of this and make it a group real quick. I want to come in and I don't want this peak right here because to go with this shape, I want to make sure I round over the top right there. I don't have this doesn't come this comes together not flat. So I'm gonna make a line from there to there. goes across. Yeah. And now I'm going to draw an edge from here to here and an edge from here to here. And I'm going to draw an arc between those two and try to get tangent. That's close enough. All right, take that. Bring that all the way through like that.
Nice.
Awesome. So now I could, there's a couple ways I could do this. I could get rid of this because I don't need that. I could come in here, unhide the rest of the model, and I could just chop it. I'll just chop it off right here. That sounds easiest. And chop this off right here and erase. And erase. And then come out here, push this back to here. And then grab all of that. Explode that. All right. So there's our tensile cover.
Nice. Yeah, you have actually, believe it or not, the first comment to remind you to save. Maybe the second, but do it. There you go.
Did it. Thank you, sir. All right. I'm gonna shrink this down because it's even for me, this is starting to feel a little big and heavy. So grab that, make it a group, and I'm gonna scale that all down.
Yeah, at this point, this building is the size of a small country.
Seriously. All right, let's get, there's a realistic structure size. All right, drop it down. All right. So now I want to do something similar to this, but I'm trying to think like, how do I do a shape like this, but then try to keep maybe glass on the outside, which I think would be super cool. So here's what I'm thinking. What I'd like to do is take this, bring it over here, scale it down ever so slightly. Something like that. Just to give a little bit of overhang of this piece. And then use something like, get rid of the surface. So just take these edges and then use something to project those edges straight down. So, you know, I'll use Justin's, Justin told me about this. Grab a face like this, grab some arcs like this, start by welding this, and we'll just drape it like we did with those words on that thing.
Yeah, I can't believe you listened to me.
You got good ideas. Drape
Dang.
onto here.
Thanks.
And then what we can do.
Oh, you didn't weld the edges before you did that.
Oops, I didn't. That's okay. We can fix it.
Yeah. That'll be like that little entrance on the side.
That's right. Then I can take that and I can just pull that straight. Woo.
Whoa.
Definitely need to weld that. Weld edges. All right, now pull it up. And now I should be able to, it's a group, make this a group. And then if I grab this, what's the button? Command, there's a middle point, pull that this way. Go. I'll take this face right here, intersect face with model, and that should allow me to just grab the top, delete it off. And now we have something we could put glass on, and then also potentially project some zigzaggy supports. So here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, don't throw stones in there.
Nope. All right, so I'm going to continue using I'm going to use some extensions here because I got some things going on. I didn't give this any depth. So the easiest way to do that is going to be to go to extensions and, tools, and go to Fredo 6 collection and use joint push pull to vector push this vertically. Just to
Wow.
get a little bit of material depth like that. That way
Nice.
my
First,
stuff below is not going to.
yeah,
Sorry?
first extension of the stream.
That's impressive. That I'm a little bit surprised by. Honestly, I
Yeah.
surprised myself. Um, so that doesn't quite get us there though. Okay, so let's put a cool material on here real quick. We have something in roofing that would look cool. No. Fabric. What we got for fabric? What's that? Whoa. What is that? What is it?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of fabric
Leather.
that is.
It's leather at a scale which, and it's not tiling very good either. Um, let's see if we regenerate that into a texture. If we can get something a little more seamless. See how that works. Uh, but yeah. So then, it's okay. I don't. Let's rough it up a little bit. It's not my favorite. It's not terrible though. Let's darken it up a little bit. There's my leather roof. I need you.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right, so I'm gonna grab the ground and bring that up a little bit. It's a little excessively tall, but all right, drop that to the ground, and then ground plane. There we go. Guess I should turn my ground plane back on. Now I want to do something with these, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Like, do I want to do a
Hmm.
structure on the inside, or should the structure be on the outside?
You can
I'm
have a
kind of
structure that starts on the inside and then shoots through the roof.
ooh, that could be kind of cool.
Kind of
Comes up
retro
here,
style, like retro
comes
Palm
through.
Springs style.
So if we were to find the center here, and then pick a point right here, and then go vertically from that, and then from there down to here. All right, I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna make it into a component. Bar thing. And then I'm going to mirror it in two directions. I'm going to mirror it once here. Let's see, I definitely wasn't centered, so I'll recenter it once I have all four of them. Grab both of those, mirror them to here. And then I'll
Yeah, I
grab
don't think that
all.
was perfectly centered.
It was not, but I'm okay. I'm conceptualing.
Yeah, yeah, we're
Conceptualing.
conceptual.
There we go. All right, so that's a step in the right direction. Now what we need is we need one that goes the other way. So I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking a lot of things. I'll be totally honest. There's lots of thoughts happening. Not all of them are worth anything, but there's thoughts. All right, so I'm gonna grab all those, make it into its own group right now, and then we'll go into that group, and I'm gonna do this as simple, the simplest way I know how. I'm gonna grab. Here, let's do this. Let's say I'm gonna go into edit this one, high res model. And what I want to do is I just want to put a low poly circle right here and do a follow me from here to here. Super quick, super easy. To draw a circle, this is at a weird angle. So I'll give credit to Matt Robeson for showing me this. If I grab my pi arc, I can start here, drag it up like this. And now that is going to draw a pi, in this case, a full circle pi, perpendicular to that leg.
Nice.
Super cool. I'll grab both these edges. I'm going to say, follow me with this little pipe. That's probably way bigger than it needs to be, but
I love it. I think that looks super cool.
all right. So let's say we take that now. All right, let's just see. Let's just see what happens.
Well, okay, maybe save before you do whatever you're thinking.
That's a great idea. Worst case, it's a total train wreck, and we revert to saved. All right. So if I was to grab now this, and I go to move, by using these handles to rotate a copy, so I can hit Option. Oops. Oh no, I can't. I can't rotate a copy. That's right. I can't use the modifier key on the handles. But what I can do is I can right click. I can select this, edit, copy, then use the rotate handles to spin it upside down.
Oh,
And then I can say edit, paste in place,
nice.
and then I'll get two of them.
Oh
That
wow.
looks cool. This definitely has to be brought.
Yeah, we gotta join that somehow.
Yeah, two things we got to do. I'm gonna undo a couple times. I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna undo again. All right. I'm gonna Control X. I'm gonna cut that little circle out. I'm gonna take all four of these and explode them. I'm going to edit, paste in place, grab all of these, follow me with my circle. And now we have welded edges, much better. Let's
Nice.
go ahead and just right now, because I'm going to do it anyhow. So let's go look and find a nice dark metal color. I usually end up grabbing my silver and applying it, and then come here, edit it, and make it darker. I want to go like black. I want to be shiny. That looks kind of cool. All right. So now we'll take this again, Command C to copy, rotate this one upside down, then edit, paste in place. Now we'll go into this copy. I'll grab these two pieces right here, and we'll just move them vertically. Should probably go up here to view, component, edit, unhide rest of the model, so I can get about the same poke through that I got everywhere else. Ooh, that's really off center.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can fix that. That's easy.
Yeah, we can move that.
There we go. All right. So now we can take this and this, take both groups, and we'll just. So we could probably, the easiest way is probably this here. I'm going to go show my hidden geometry.
Yeah, I love this trick.
And we go like this, and then I'm going to find the middle piece, which is this guy right here. And there we go. We're lined up there. Come down here, grab this, and we can line it up right with this. This is the middle edge right there. So that should put us in the middle. All corners should look similar. Beautiful. Get rid of that hidden geometry. And I this was a quick concept,
I know.
but I kind of like
Yeah, I
where
love
that's
this one.
going. I'm gonna grab this, let's stretch it out just a touch.
Just a
That's
smidge. Nice.
kind of, it makes me want to go camping.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I love it.
But I like it. That was a good call. I like that the idea of having the struts pop out over the top. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Again, we're conceptual, but yeah, I think that was the biggest transformation, right? So here, this building is a copy exactly of a thing in real life. This is a totally new structure based on and inspired by
Yeah.
an item in real life. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
feel
cool.
like we really hit our stride there then. Now, will you just for the sake of the thumbnail, just scale that thing up a little bit?
Yeah, probably so. It's not three. Let's get all this in a group. Make group. It is important to make it look good, folks.
That's right. Nice. I love it.
NTS. Awesome. That looks pretty cool. That was fun. I hope you all enjoyed that because I sure did. That was a lot of fun for me. I really had a great time.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, I gotta redo my my ambient occlusion since I scaled everything around. So there you go. That ambient the size multiplier is awesome. If you're not in 2026, you won't see that, but it's a great way to uh, scale your ambient occlusion if you're working on an out of scale model.
Yeah, definitely save those images. Yeah, I love this. I feel like it turned out so cool. You have such like a nice variety of buildings here.
Yeah, it turned out awesome.
Yeah, highlights include definitely the like camping chair building and the turbine. That was a great idea on the USB stick.
Mm-hmm. Good
Um,
call. Good call.
yeah, and using shadows for the windows on the cheese grater. I loved it. It was
Something
awesome.
new. Mix it up. Um, Appel Builds is asking, are these live streams weekly? They are. Well, for the most part. We try to come in here every Friday, noon Mountain Time, and do a 2 hour stream. Every once in a while, we'll have a holiday week or be really tired or
Yeah.
travel. Sometimes our team travels. So every once in a while, we won't have one, but generally speaking, we try to come in. Um, we're actually, this is a great segue. This is an opportunity. This next year, 2026, in case you were wondering which that was, which next year I was talking about. Sometimes I say things, and after I say it, I'm like, okay, duh. But yes, next year, the year after this year, still, we're talking about maybe mixing up some live stream stuff, some maybe some guest presenters, some different topics, some different workflows. So we'd love to hear your ideas. So I know we've used the forum a lot in the past to say, give me a thing to model, and which has been a blast. And that's what this was. This whole stream was about. That you guys gave us ideas and we made buildings out of them, which is awesome. But we would love to hear from you guys about like how can we leverage this platform, this weekly get together to get the most information to you, but also make this the most useful. Like, how is spending these 2 hours? I hope it's enjoyable, but I also hope we're getting stuff out of it. So let us know in the forums your thoughts. Like, is there something that we could add or accentuate this platform with that would make live streams even more desirable than they already are? It's possible you
Yeah.
could say no, that this
Yeah.
you've peaked,
No,
but
we've peaked. I mean, we could bring back the soundboard definitely, but
there's that. It's an option.
yeah. No, yeah, that's a great call out. Yeah, I mean, if you know, like, I think we always try to like find a cool concept or a cool image or whatever and like model it. But if you ever want us to deep dive into something, or if you want to like go over some SketchUp fundamentals, stuff like that, we're open to ideas. I dropped the forum link in the chat here, and yes, Apple, it has been 2 hours already. I think we're. How you feeling, Aaron? Are you hanging in
That's
there?
fun. That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. That I agree. 2 hours went by quick. That was, I don't. I won't use the term flow state because I was talking the whole time, so I definitely didn't get down into my creative groove there. But it was a lot of fun to go through there and just like each of these individual shapes, explore them a little bit. Something I wanted to throw out, and again, you guys tell us if you look at these shapes, would it be a cool stream to take one of these and develop it further to go in and actually put the facade on there, figure out the proper scale and windows and floors and that kind of stuff? Would that be a fun thing to see? You can say no. You can say no, this was it. This was perfect. Just stick with this. That's a perfectly acceptable answer. But if you think there's one of these that you're like, I'd love to see how that fire engine turns into a real building, we could
Yeah.
talk about how we could do that.
Yeah, totally. And then the following stream, you can do all the layout construction documents. It'll be perfect.
Oh, that's the week we're off. That's Christmas.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Sorry, sorry. Um,
No,
but yeah,
I'd say that as a joke. I've made many construction documents in my time, and I just really get into. I geek out on the modeling stuff and the output part. Uh, I don't love it as much as some people do, but still good stuff.
it's good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. We definitely appreciate you spending your Friday with us. Yes, there will be another stream next Friday. Stay tuned for what the theme is. But yeah, we hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, thanks for joining us for 2 hours. It's been really fun.
Yeah, this was great. I appreciate you guys stopping by and spending your time with us, and hopefully we'll see you all next week.
Cool. On that note, see you guys.